Hello everyone, I hope you are all fine and safe at home. Today we are going to start a new topic of chapter 12, that is friction in liquids and gases. Liquid and gases are together called fluids. Now question arises, why they are called fluids? Now any substance that can flow is called fluid. Since all the gases and liquids can flow, they are called fluids. When a solid body moves through a liquid or a gas, or we can say fluid, it experiences that some force is opposing it, and that force is nothing but fluid friction, or we can say drag. So we can define fluid friction or drag as the frictional force exerted by a fluid on the object moving through them. For example, a kite flying in the air, an aeroplane moving through air, or a submarine moving through water experiences the force of friction. Let us take an example. When a person swims in water, the water exerts force of friction, that is the fluid friction, on him, and this opposes his motion. Now let us discuss how this drag or fluid friction depends upon various factors. So the first factor is the shape of the object. When objects move through fluids, they have to overcome the friction acting on them. In this process, they lose energy. To minimize this loss of energy, efforts are made to minimize the fluid friction or drag. The shape of the objects are designed in such a way that helps in overcoming the drag of fluid friction. So, when an object moves through air or liquid, it has to cut through the fluid to move forward. And to cut through water or air, an object is given a streamlined shape. Now let us know what is streamlined shape. So the objects are given streamlined shape. This streamlined shape is narrow in the beginning, then broader in the middle, then again narrow, and finally there is a fork tail, and this fork tail helps to change the direction. This is the reason why these aeroplane, ship and boat are made streamlined. Even nature has shaped all the bodies of the birds and the fishes in such a manner that they experience minimum friction of air when they fly or when they swim. Now let us discuss the second factor on which this drag depends, that is the speed of object. An object moving with high speed in a fluid will experience more drag. The most interesting example of the friction of air is the case of a meteor or a shooting star. Let us know what is this meteors. Meteors or the shooting stars are nothing but the stone-like objects which enter into Earth's atmosphere from the outer space with a very high speed. When the meteors move through the Earth's atmosphere, their motion is opposed by the friction of air. Due to very high speed of meteors, a large amount of heat is generated or produced by the friction offered by the air. Now, the meteor starts burning. The burning meteors are seen by us as a shooting stars coming down the sky during night. Most of the meteors falling from the sky are small and burn up completely before reaching the surface of the earth. The third factor on which this drag depends is the nature of the liquid. The drag which is created by the fluid depends on its density and viscosity. Let us know what is this. What is the meaning of dense and viscous? Dense means thickness or thick, and viscous means thick, sticky, that does not flow easily. For example, a sugar syrup is more dense and viscous as compared to water. So, a more dense and viscous fluid will exert more drag on an object moving through it. Now, let us take an example to understand it better. We can take a toy boat and move it in a pool of water. Then we will see that the toy boat will move faster in a pool of water. We will repeat this in the pool of melted chocolate also. Then we will find that toy boat will move slower in a pool of melted chocolate as compared to the movement of toy boat in a pool of water. Now, what is the reason behind it? The reason is melted chocolate is more dense and viscous than water. So, toy boat move faster as the drag is less in a pool of water. On the contrary, the toy boat moves slower in the pool of chocolate as the drag is more because of its dense and thickness of chocolate. I hope you must have understood this topic very well. So, you have seen how friction is important in our lives, and you will learn more about friction in higher classes. Thank you and have a nice day.